What do you do when a founder asks for something impossible, like a fully autonomous AI supply chain by the next quarter? Not next year, not eventually, 3 months. If you've ever been in that situation, you know this tension. You don't want to kill the vision, but you can't deliver the fantasy either. This is the visionary paradox, and today I'll show you a 5 step framework to handle it so you can stay influential without becoming the no person. Let's start with the reality of 2026. The most disruptive companies are being driven by high concept founders, people thinking in generative native business models, AI first ecosystems, fully automated operations. And that's powerful. But here is the friction point: vision often ignores current constraints. For example, API latency, quantum computing immaturity, talent limitations, or infrastructure reality. An example is if a founder wants a real time autonomous supply chain, but your API alone introduces seconds of delay. That's not a feature gap, that's physics. So instead of pushing back directly, we introduce a concept: the legacy scaffold. This is your bridge between impossible vision and executable roadmap. It lets you honor ambition while grounding reality. Most PMs fail here. They say that's not feasible, and instantly they have lost influence. Instead, you need reflective validation. Step one is to mirror the vision. Use active listening to reflect intent, not the request. A bad response would be, we can't do a 24-hour global launch. A better response would be, I see your goal is total market dominance and instant reach. Now you're aligned. Step two, run a vision audit where you separate the core mission, which should be kept sacred, from tactics, which are negotiable, because founders often confuse the two. An example: instead of rejecting, we can't launch globally in 24 hours, say, I see your goal is total market dominance. Let's protect that by staging the rollout to guarantee 100% uptime. Now you've done something powerful. You've preserved ambition, you've redirected execution, and you have built trust. You've created a psychological safe zone. Now comes the shift that separates average PMs from influential ones. Stop presenting constraints as budget problems or time issues. Start framing them as creative parameters, because constraints actually force focus, improve design, and increase efficiency. For example, a stress test scenario. Let's say the founder wants 15 new features at launch. You present data that shows reducing to 7 features increases user retention and reduces cognitive overload. Now, constraints aren't blockers, they're growth signals. Reframing can sound like this: these limitations aren't slowing us down, they're ensuring your vision survives scale. That's influence. Now we move from debate to collaboration. Introduce the trade off simulation. Instead of saying no, you show trade offs. You can use a resource board, and this can be a digital roadmap, a whiteboard, AI modeling tools, whatever works. When you add a moonshot feature, by which is meant a lofty goal not easily achieved, suddenly, and the board makes this clear, mobile optimization, which you also had in your plans, gets pushed to next year. Now the founder sees the cost for themselves. You can also exercise sequence versus sacrifice and ask, do we want this now or done right later? And what moves us closer to the core vision fastest? Now they're prioritizing, not you. The result is that you have transformed gatekeeper on the one hand versus visionary on the other into partners solving a system problem. The best PMs don't just manage roadmaps, they manage ambition. They translate vision into reality without breaking trust. If you master reflective validation, constraint reframing, and shared discovery, you stop being the person who says no and become the person who makes big ideas actually happen. If you want frameworks like this, subscribe to PM Influence Lab, where we help you become more influential as a PM.